How are you? So last time मैंने आपको कहा था image is everything, everything is image. इस बार मैं कह रही हूँ attitude is everything. और अगर आपने इसमें डिफरेंस नहीं निकाला ना, लाइक पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड क्या है, नेगेटिव क्या है, कैसे बोलना है, कैसे बात करना है, आई होप आई एम ऑडिबल टू ईच वन ऑफ यू सो दैट we can share that lovely message. Oh, thank you so much, Nandini ma'am. I think sometimes this glitch is हमारे किसी के हाथ में नहीं है. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone sticking around. Loud and clear. Thank you so much. Okay, so today we have a very special guest talking about the communication, attitude, and behavior, and image and personality. I mean, these are some varied, areas which any business needs. Okay, so let me figure out if she's here. She can join me. And okay, if you're here, Debolina, can you please send me a request? Maybe if I can find you, I will share with you so that we can start this lovely live. Okay, I have like so much to talk about, because whenever I teach anyone about social media or even business in the long way, I try to actually show your personality. See, so people out here, if you can see me, hear me, एक हुड दे सकते हैं. Okay, hi, good evening, how are you?
Hi, Neha. Good evening.
Oh my God, this glitch can sometimes just ruin the moment. But thank you so much for such a patience,
Yeah,
and to the lovely audience.
no. I think we are getting used to this entire thing since 2020, when
Yes.
the webinar portals and the virtual forms has been the only option. Yeah.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much for having that lovely, warm presence here. So since Devalina is here, and what I have seen from her profile is she talks more on the attitude level, communication, behavior. So would you like to take a chance to introduce yourself in short so that we can go ahead, with the questions?
Yes, Neha.
Yes.
So, hello everyone, whoever has joined our live today. My name is Devalina Chakraborty, and I am an image consultant and a dialect coach. Now, let me quickly give you the whole idea, because these two names kind of come very tricky. If I said dialect coach, I have been associated with actors who have come to me for classes on their dialects. I have worked with various theater groups. I have.
Can you please keep your mic थोड़ा सा पास में? थोड़ा सा mic?
Yeah. Is this audible now?
Yes, it's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. And besides working with people who are performers, I have also worked with, students or professionals who would need help with their English communication and intonation. Because, when we talk about, you had asked me a question on fluency that we will come to it in a while. So communication is not only about just knowing grammar and knowing how to pronounce something, but it has got more than that. Yeah, so I deal on these things. And image consultation, it is quite a booming industry now. However, let me just take you through this little thing. In a very short way, I can say that just like how we have our sense organs, that kind of really help us with our entire function and enhances whole body functions. We have the 5 image senses. The first thing is, whenever we look at anyone, we are very quick to judge. It's a very judgmental world. So when we look at anybody, how they're looking, their wardrobe, then their body language, then their grooming, etiquette, and then it's just a matter of 3 to 5 seconds that we judge, and we come up with so many results that this person can be this, that. And then when this person
is underconfident, this person looks okay, I think I can vibe with that person, oh, I think she understands me, I don't know, everything was just with the visual. So this is like a very big industry now, that every person who wants to appear in front of public, they have to have a certain personality. Whatever you have, it should be in a good way. enhanced way basically. जैसे कि मैं हूँ, आप मेरे को 100% चेंज तो नहीं कर सकते, इसको पॉलिश कर सकते हैं, इसको एनहांस कर सकते हैं, राइट?
Now the thing is, we do not change.
Yes.
Like, remember all the time, like, more than understanding your flaws, you have to accept yourself.
Yes.
For example, I am 5'4" and I'm very petite, to be honest. Now, if I keep on looking at Priyanka Chopra, Sushmita Sen, and I feel like, I wish I was like them, I will never be like them.
Life खत्म हो जाएगी सोचते
Exactly. I will never be like them. There are certain things like you might wear a pink lipstick and that looks very radiant on you. But when I wear that, I look so dull. And I keep thinking, why is Neha looking so bright? Why can't I look bright? Maybe I have some flaws. I'm ugly. Self-defeating words. Yeah.
I think some people just feel bad about themselves. That's also वो नहीं दिखा पाते अपनी personality. जैसे वो है शायद. Right.
As an educator, when we are thrown into that whole, we are exposed to all understanding psychology. The first thing that we learn is something called classical conditioning.
Right.
That is like how socially we are constructed into believing that we have to think in certain manner.
Yes.
So somewhere, that does not help us with our self-esteem, our self-worth. Right? And calling ourselves ugly, telling ourselves that, okay, I cannot do this. This is not for me. This is for the wealthy people, not for me. These are all comfortable phrases and expressions for ourselves. Right? So all these things put together, I help people, I guide people. Now again, I guide people. It's not like,
guide.
Really change your
change.
Yeah, exactly.
Guidance is the only way where we can push, okay, you can look much better than this, whatever you are, right?
Right. So, there is another thing. You asked about the communication thing.
Yes.
Okay, you want to start with the questions first, is it? Then I can.
Yes. I thought people will be more interested if I ask their dil ka question, so they'll feel, oh, हमारे बारे में बात हो रही है. It's like, okay, so people out here, you have met Debulina. She talks about image, attitude, communication. If you have any question, please drop in the question sticker right below on the screen you have, and I'll take the question one by one. Meanwhile, I also have some questions. सिर्फ आप लोग से जो मैंने पूछा था वो वाला. Okay, some people are sending wishes. Good evening, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining from any part of India. कहीं से भी हो, please comment करके बताइए. We would like to invite you in a very warm way. Okay, so my first question to you is, how can one deal with clients confidently as a beginner? People feel confident तो उसके पास है जो 10 साल से इस मार्केट में है. So how do you want to break that?
If I talk like an educator, like a teacher, yeah, let's talk like that basic person.
Right.
As a teacher, when you go inside the classroom, you have a plan in your head that you are going to teach your learners.
Yes.
Now, you only know where are the places that you are going wrong.
Right.
Your students do not know that.
Right? It's like teacher ne jo bola, I have to listen. That's true.
Exactly. So even if your student want to Google it and double check facts, you have the leash in your hands.
Yes.
So you know how to control it and work it around. Now,
true.
Saying that, I would also like to add something very important. 2 things. Confidence is something that comes. It is not like, that's going to come over time. I do not believe that because people who are very experienced, with all whatever experience that I have seen people falter. And we are human beings. We have emotions. We are not going to be perfect all the time. We are not going to be confident all the time. So knowing your subject is very important, When you know your subject well, like at the back of your hand, you know what you have to deliver. Nobody can stop you from using the jargons that you need to use to show your subject matter expertise.
Wow.
When we go to a doctor, our doctors, they will not really say that oh, this is the problem, that is the problem. They will not simplify it for us, and they will do that intentionally. They will use their jargons so that it makes it look convincing.
So that it feels, oh, I can spend 5,000 because it sounds
Exactly.
tough.
Exactly. Now, sometimes you may not even believe in tarot card readers. Now, why would you spend that money on that tarot card reader? Because this person is talking in a way that it makes you believe in, like, fortune telling. Okay, this person
Right.
seems so empathetic with the hair flowing and the flowy
Ah,
dress and the finger movements and all that, and we fall for it.
there's a fortune ball.
Yeah. Now, see, that is the talent. That is the talent. That is what we have to do. I have to know my subject. No one
Right.
can ever stop me from being confident if I know what I'm going to deliver.
And that too, whatever you deliver, you are okay. I will deliver, and then let people judge or let people see, what they want to reply or give the feedback. That's what I
Exactly.
also follow. So wow, that was a quite a detailed description on at a beginner level how somebody can be confident is you have to know your subject very well,
Subject.
right? So
Your
research there,
technical jargon.
upskill
Yeah.
there.
Your technical jargon. And also another important thing is the second thing that I said, keep on updating and studying. There is no
Yes.
limit to learning. Like, what happens is we are updated, we are certified in something, and we are done.
Hmm.
But then, 10 years has gone by. I have not updated myself. I do not know what generation of customers are coming to me.
मैं
I do
पीछे
not
रह
understand.
जाऊंगी.
Yeah, exactly. So you
I
need
will
to be
stay behind.
humble. You need to be humble and know that with every day, your experience counts, and your experience is only useful if you're using
Right.
it according to the generation of customers you're dealing with.
So true. That is absolutely true. Upgradation, upskilling is very important to stay in trend. And
Hmm.
as a social media marketer, I have to say stay in trend because I have no other option.
Hmm.
So I think I feel I'm blessed that I have to be in trend.
Hmm.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for replying that. People who are joining right now, you can ask anything about image consultancy, how to build an attitude, how to have an amazing conversation. You can drop in your question, the question sticker, and we will take your question. Okay, thank you so much. The next question is how to keep a positive attitude when you are not growing how you expected.
Expectations.
Yeah,
We all
I
have
have hopes.
that.
I have
Yeah.
hopes.
We get too ambitious with our expectations. That's where the problem lies. Expectations should be built on my eligibility. Yeah.
Like people do make that, goal sheet, visualization sheet, and then bang, 8 months
Exactly.
हो गया कुछ नहीं हो रहा life में.
So that means that is not measured or realistic enough, right?
Yeah.
Now, what happens over here is we make expectations thinking of I will do this and I will do that. Now, we see so many things on manifestation and all that. Now, I will tell you what happens. When we expect something, we have to do it. If
Yes.
I expect to do something, I need to know how others are also doing the same thing, who is also on my path. What is
Right.
extra that they are doing? I can
We
always get
we don't see
inspired.
that extra effort. We are just saying, oh, that person is doing amazing. मेरे में अंदर कुछ कमी होगी.
Yeah, because it's very easy to compare ourselves and then give up.
Yes.
Like for example, if I start now, and then there is another fellow, maybe this is my first year of dialect coaching, and then I have another fellow dialect coach. Yeah. Now I see suddenly one fine day this person has 21,000 followers, and I'm
Hmm.
like stuck at 500 maybe. Yeah.
Hmm.
So should I think that, oh my God, and then I try curse this person they might have bought
उससे
the followers.
नहीं नहीं उससे अच्छा तो मैं कर रही हूँ पर ये क्यों ग्रो कर रहा
Exactly.
है.
And then you start saying something, grapes are sour,
Hmm.
right? So expectations, keep expectations on your eligibility. I think I
Right.
can sing, but does that qualify me as a Bollywood singer?
इंडियन आइडल में भी एंट्री नहीं मिलेगा.
Exactly. Do I have every story in place? Right?
Right.
So that's something. Expectations should always be based on my eligibility. Do I understand this assignment? Do I really
Okay.
know what do I need to deliver? And not for others to see. You know, expectations, when we also have a lot of validation issues. We are like, we need to get validated and accepted. That's why we sometimes feel like, you know, if I do this, people will be happy. If I do this, I will be getting all this money. You know, would I be able to do it? First, assessing that is important. I think someone is asking, like, you know, for me,
Yeah,
sales
so let's say,
matters. Yeah.
but do followers matter? For me, sales matter. So do you have an
Mm.
answer to that? Because I keep working on social media. So do you have an answer to that?
See, it does matter for someone who wants to be a creator. Yeah.
Right.
If my job description says that I want to create content, I want to be an influencer. Yeah, it's part of my job. All the other things that I do in my job, I have created this whole agenda for myself that I want to be a content creator.
Right.
For that person, it absolutely matters. But for a person like me who is a coach, honestly, I'm not that type of person who will, like, you know, run after that because I have too many things to look at. If I get two students through the day, I need to make my plan. What do I need to coach? I need to make a report. So there
Right.
are a lot of things. So I will not have that engagement on Instagram.
I
Yeah.
would feel अगर आप अपने followers से भी convert नहीं कर पा रहे हो sales, that means your followers even are not aware of whatever you're doing. So
Exactly.
first of all, try to convert from your followers, and then you can switch to like running ads and do your viral reels to get those lovely followers. So definitely there are so many ways you can do that. Okay, we have an amazing question from Vasundhara. How
Mm-hmm.
can two strangers start having better communication between each other once they become friends? How can we improve the conversation level? So, like me and Debulina are completely strangers,
Mm.
okay? But we set an agenda. So, I think if we have something in common, then you can have the conversation. Okay, Debulina, let's talk about attitude. So, she was like, okay, can we also improve social media part? We
Mm.
just find some common thing. That's what I feel. But Debulina could answer better to that. Please go ahead.
No, I think you said a lot of whatever answer that I would have given. Hello, Vasundhara. So you know what? How can two strangers start having better
कन्वर्सेशन
communication
बट क्या
each
उनको
other once they
दोस्त होना
become friends?
जरूरी है? हाँ,
So
क्या उनको दोस्त
once
होना
they
जरूरी है या ऐसे भी कर सकते हैं?
so see once they have become friends, there are no more strangers. First of all, let's clear that, right? And then the conversation. Now, depending on the relationship, right? If today I have friends from school. Now, I do not talk to them for 10 years, and after 10 years, when I meet them, nothing has changed, right? I will have that conversation. I will have that innocence. Same with college.
स्कूल का मेस कितना खराब था, स्पोर्ट्स टीचर बहुत ही मारते थे,
Exactly. Exactly. And that, like, that
छोटी
very
हम लोग
nice.
बाल में तेल हम लोग बाल में तेल लगा के जाते थे.
Right.
There could be
But
so
then,
many common things that you can stand.
exactly. But then when you become friends after that whole college, that protected zone, like, when we are finally adults and when you go to jobs and, like, live your life, you're on your own terms. Now, at that time, it depends on the type of relationship you have with that particular person.
Right.
Not everyone would have the same capacity. Not You cannot have a lot of openness with everyone. Yeah. For example, I mean, it's a very real time thing nowadays. People, I mean, it did not really happen in our parents' generation, but in our generation,
But today,
today it is very common to stay friends after you break up. Right? Now, how open are you going to be at that time?
Right.
That depends upon you and your ex. Are you still going to be friends with ex's friends? Are they your common friends? So if you think there is a discomfort, do you think that you would like to solve it because that friendship is precious? Yeah. So it depends from person to person, and there is no improvement in the conversation level that way, because once you catch up on that comfort and once you set that limitation that, okay, this is my ex, but somewhere I know my, she or he has been my friend as well. We have fond memories that I do not entirely want to lose. You know? So it's totally depending on the chemistry that you build with each and every person.
Right.
Yeah.
So we also have like one more question. Sometimes irrelevant people follow me, like a sailor in UK or a man from other side of the world. Should I block them or let them continue?
You want to answer that, Neha, and then maybe I can.
Yeah, definitely. I feel there are so many people who will just follow you, stalk you, and see you. And if they disturb you, then you can block them as you are a fan. You are already made a fan. So what is the problem? So I feel that will be nice. I have no problem with that. Okay. So Vasundhara has another question. I think I'll have to find out our comfort level or chemistry, right?
Right,
Yes,
right,
I think so.
absolutely, Vasundhara.
Comfort level is important. If I'm not comfortable with Debulina, how will I even, continue the conversation? एक बार ऐसा लेगा बस, you go.
And it also depends on the openness, like, how open I am. Am I open to that whole conversation? If the other person is not, then you cannot force me.
Right, you cannot.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Wow, amazing. I think it's the complete, पूरा human study कर रहे हैं आज नहीं है सिर्फ image की बात हमने सोचा था, but it's
Thank
something.
God.
Okay.
Thank God for educational psychology.
Wow.
Like,
Okay, one more question. Thinking of breakups, I feel today's youngsters get boggled down with breakups and get sad and addicted to bad things. Their focus is disturbed. Why is this happening these days? I think this is question a little different. I think we should take another question. Would you like to answer that? Because this is just
boggle down with breakups and get sad and addicted to bad things. Their focus is disturbed. You see, always remember, do not stereotype or generalize. Not everyone's doing. Not
right.
And why we should not generalize it is because, like, different people have different sensitivities, right? Neha might go through a breakup. I might go through a breakup. But we have two different personalities, right? And how we broke up, and how it affects me as a person. What's my other background? Like, am I going through other turmoils? Any financial problem? Any personal problem?
Right.
Maybe my parents are not together. That is affecting me. So there are a lot of other things. Generalizing is not something that.
Then not way. Wow, that's nice. Okay, we have an amazing question which you would like to answer. Hi guys, for a beginner who has a full-time experience as a health coach, starting a business, what is the right attitude should I have while starting, pricing, or rapport building? So yeah.
That's a good question, Priyadarshini.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I had already mentioned that earlier, that know your subject at the back of your hand. You should never forget anything, any detail, because that's a confidence booster. You know exactly where you need to pick up, because the more you learn about your deliveries, what are you supposed to deliver, what are you supposed to really deliver and coach on, the better you would be able to really understand and analyze the strengths and weaknesses of your learners.
Right.
Because that is very important. When you know yourself, it always comes with yourself, when you know yourself, you are aware of what you are doing. You are very sure of what you are doing. You know exactly how to put out the right type of attitude. Because it's a very good example where you would see, we see regular people all around us. People who has to hide something are the ones who will shout a lot. People who know lesser things, they are the ones who are very impatient. They do not want to listen to you. Yeah? But then...
which category I come to, since you're observing a lot?
No, it's too little. It's a little like in a Neha that I can see. I cannot see the entire Neha here.
No, in the way I speak and, in that way.
Yeah, I think you are doing a great job with the type of job profile that you have, Neha. You need to be very dynamic in your things. And so coming back to Priyadarshini's answer, so your right attitude comes from there. When you are very aware, you are aware of what you have to deliver. You know exactly how to redirect them. Sometimes our clients do not know what they need. They just see health coach and they are just fixated into a picture that I will be thin.
Yes.
I will get somebody. I will tell you, in one of my communication classes, there was this one guy who came up to me, and he had that fixated image of Johnny Depp playing the character of Jack Sparrow. And after 1 month, he told me that, ma'am, I want to sound like Jack Sparrow. Now, how do I tell him that it is not something that is achievable? Because he also had a dialect coach who trained him to speak like that, right? Now, this happens with a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of coaches, every day. It happens with us because clients do not exactly know what they need. But when we know our subject matter so well, we would be able to, like, curate a package that looks exciting to your client.
For the clients, prospect.
Exactly.
True.
I hope I could answer to me.
I think of all the conversation having with Debolina, her major focus comes to know your subject matter from till the core. Then only you are confident, you are presentable, you can curate an amazing offer for your client. So yes, it is very important to know your subject. But some people, they know everything about the subject matter, but still they can't deliver. What tips you give to them? Like, there are some people who are amazing health coach, they know everything about protein, nutrition, but they're not able to deliver.
So, that's the time. I think, again, generalizing will be a bad thing. But what I have seen in most of the cases, people lack that whole fluency in communication. Yeah. Now,
sorry, can't hear you. Thoda mic ko paas mein le aiye.
Yeah. Is it audible now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, fluency in communication is something that is needed, and a lot of people think that they're not fluent because we are in a social construct where we are, we would get job advertisements where they would say fluency in communication. And these people, they do not exactly know what are they looking for when it comes to fluency. So we believe fluency is something like, I need to sound very well. I need to be so articulate and using all the big words and high funda grammar and ornamental.
So that means you are saying that you have to be simple. Don't just focus. See, we have a question. Again, we have the knowledge, we have the subject, but when we talk to new people, we are afraid to deliver properly. How do we overcome that? मेरे लिए मेरा जवाब तो एक ही है, practice. बाकी Debolina will give the best answer.
Yes, practice would always make you better. I will not say perfect because there is nothing called perfect. I don't believe that. And when you practice, again, what would you practice, right? So you have to invest time in yourself to understand, why am I not fluent? What is it that exactly stopping me? Is it the words? Is it English language? Is it I feel that I have not studied grammar?
I'll tell you one option. It's like speaking 4 sentences in a row, and I feel that I'll forget. And then people will judge me, oh, she doesn't know how to speak. So how do we overcome that?
Yeah, how do you overcome that? The easiest thing is, do not... when we say think before you speak, thinking before you speak in a conversation like this, you see, Neha, you and I are having this conversation over here, and now it's not like something that is scripted. So I'm not thinking before I speak, right?
And it's just ongoing, ongoing with the flow.
Exactly. Now, a lot of people will find it very difficult, right? 2 things. First thing is bringing that fear in your mind that I will fail. 90% of the time, that's the main problem. That what if I fail?
What if I fail?
What
if I succeed? What if I succeed? लोग ऐसा क्यों सोचते हैं?
Yeah, so because that's difficult. At the back of my head, I know that if I want to be successful, I do not know the definition of success for myself.
Yes.
How much success is actually success? Yeah.
Yes.
And what do I exactly need to do? Because people, I mean, if I really ask someone, who loves to read? Yeah.
Who loves to read?
Very less people would say I love to read. Even if there is
Hung-
somebody
hungry minds, hungry minds.
yeah, because you know what? Reading takes a lot of effort. Your eyes
Yes.
are moving in only one direction. There is a lot of exercise that is happening. But if I have to look at a reel, an Instagram reel, I can just scroll with my fingers and some funny memes are happening and all that. I don't have any effort to put. There is no effort that's happening. It's just entertainment. So it's easier for us to look at those lip syncing reels or transition and doing all these, and you know that becomes easy. So if I am afraid, I have to take the blame. Why am I afraid? Why am I not able to communicate? Am I not practicing it enough? As you said.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
what should I exactly practice? My English is very good. Okay, great.
I know the subject
Who has-
matter.
Yeah. Who has approved that your English is very good? My English can be very good, but if I am coaching, am I using the jargons well?
Hmm.
Am I like, sometimes we have those intonations, like, and those things really matter a lot. In not most of the native Indian languages, we have this saying, one thing double, like
Yes.
chote chote.
Chote chote.
Yeah.
Ah.
And then what happens over here, like, already I have this fear in my head, and then I am saying, for example, I want to say different types of, I say different, and then I have lost it.
Fillers.
Exactly. So how to be articulate on those places? Yeah. Then a little bit of pronunciation. Now, pronunciation is nothing about accent. Okay. This is a very misused term. I mean, somewhere I should not use this word, but I hate it. I hate it when people
Okay.
say, like, about accents and all that, because without accents, how can you speak?
Right.
Everyone will have an accent, right?
True.
You need an accent to speak. Accent is just your style of speaking. It's
True.
not like, British accent or American accent. It is never that. You talk to somebody who is from California and you talk to somebody who is from New York and somebody who is from Chicago. Completely different accents. Maybe they will not even understand one another. In some instances, maybe little words. You go to UK, you go to London, you leave one street to another, the name of the foods have changed.
Dialect change.
Yeah.
Dialect change.
The
Food
food items have
changes.
changed. So how do you, if the native people are not, like, bothered about it, why are we?
Yes.
Why are we even bothered about it? Right? So pronunciation has got nothing to do with accent. What is pronunciation? Am I able to speak my consonant sounds correctly? Am I mixing it up with my language? I will tell you one thing. I'm a Bengali. So we have a sound called bha. Okay.
Wow.
Now,
What does that mean?
that's bha. Bha. In Hindi, we have that bha. Like bha, I think. I don't know how you say it. Yeah, my Hindi will not be as great. So I'll tell you
But there's a letter bha, but what is the meaning that you're saying?
That's
Oh,
the
bha
way.
को bha बोलते हो आप ऐसा बोल रहे हो.
Yeah.
ठीक है.
So
Okay,
now
okay.
what happens is, now I'm teaching you the word vegetable. So it has the letter V. Now the V does not sound like bha.
अच्छा.
It will never sound. If I take that reference from Bengali, oh, you know what? That sounds like bha in my language. Let me call it like that. So the result is, I don't say vegetable. I say vegetable.
Right.
Now, who is making that thing complicated for myself? I am
Myself.
doing it. I am doing it for myself, right? So now, I should not refer to another language. First thing. I should treat the languages as it is.
As it is.
Yeah, knowing my language sound pattern is very important. So once I get that, no one can stop me from pronouncing it correctly. And once I know how to pronounce it, you have a lot of confidence. You have already overcome your fear. You know how to use simple words. And I think Priyadarshini asked, like, how to have humor.
And spontaneity.
Yeah. So just like, crack humor on yourself. I crack on myself a lot because, you know what? If you can crack jokes about yourself, that's quite a strength as a coach.
Kapil
No.
Sharma, jai ho, he does that.
You need to crack jokes on yourself because that makes you humble, and that makes your clients also feel like, okay, I am not wrong somewhere. If she says
Right.
that she can do it, I can also do it.
That's true. That's true. I think, see, anything from your conversation, if I include mine, is one is to know everything, whatever you can know, and number two is to practice. And practice can only happen when you meet and talk to new people, because this is not in a book. Like if I'm talking on a very humorous level, या मैं आपसे फटाक से बात कर पा रही हूँ, सवाल पूछ पा रही हूँ, लोगों को भी एंगेज कर पा रही हूँ, तो ये मैं 3 साल पहले नहीं कर पाती थी. I was like very hesitant. Oh, अगर कोई सवाल आ गया तो, किसी ने ऐसा बोल दिया तो, I will to get worried, I will get trolled. But now, धीरे धीरे, after 3 years, I felt more comfortable. So time लगता है, number
improve
one.
every day. You
Yes.
improve every day. It's not like, how I used to train yesterday versus today. I will be better. I will
I will
be
be
better.
better.
Yeah.
Right. तो एक तो टाइम लगता है और दूसरा आपको वक्त मतलब अपने आप देना है सीखने के लिए. और
Exactly.
नंबर 3, आपको बहुत सारे लोगों से मिलना है. पिच
Hmm.
करो नहीं करो पर बात करो. मैंने अब
Maybe
तक
the
देवलीना को
key
पिच नहीं किया है सोशल मीडिया के लिए, पर उसके अलावा हमने बहुत सारी बातें कर ली. राइट.
Yeah.
सो
And you know
दिस
what?
इज द वे
This
ऑफ
is-
कन्वर्सेशन.
You need to be shameless about it. You cannot have this ego that, oh my God, I know so much, I cannot talk. I know so
That
much.
is the big
How
question
should
also
I-
people fail.
Why should I go and talk? Why should you not? You need someone to, show you the way. Like today,
Right.
honestly, if Neha did not, approach me, I will not be able to, know Neha, because that's how I know her now.
Yes.
And
So I was shameless.
very good. I always love it when people do this, as you say, kuleam, tarif, and all that. I love it. I love that. You should do it. Nobody is going to do it for you. Why shouldn't you do it for yourself, right? And that is the
Right.
attitude that we are talking about. Attitude is everything. Like it makes or breaks your deal. Deal is later.
Yes.
First, know what you are delivering. No one should be able to challenge you that
Yes.
you are incorrect. No one should be able
Right.
to do that. And then after that, be humble. Always remember there is always a scope to improve. There is always a scope to learn. Talk to people. The more you talk, the more fluent you get. The more you understand why am I not fluent. Because
Right.
giving tips and tricks. There are so many courses on fluency, English courses. There are so many reels I see people will say, instead of sorry, what all you can say.
Don't use very, use this.
Yeah.
Right.
No. See, these are useful reels for them as coaches, right?
Right.
But now,
Right.
as a student, if I'm looking at it, I will save the reel. But will I ever go back
Right.
to it? I
No.
don't go back to it, and
I will never
don't
use.
practice it. I don't practice it. So it's not practical for me. If it is practical for me, I will make notes. I will write it. Yeah.
Or
So
I will actually find an accountable partner to work with
Exactly.
me. Because that is the push जो मिलता है ना रियल लाइफ में, वो कोई भी कंटेंट यूट्यूब फ्री में कोई नहीं कर सकता. सच में सब ट्राई करके दुनिया ने देख लिया.
Yeah, like
नहीं हो
there are
सकता.
too many courses, English courses, fluency courses in 3 months, crash course for 3 months. It will never give you fluency because you need to have that mental capacity to grasp everything, and language is a very creative thing. Language is not something
even
which is
even if I have learned marketing from somewhere, okay, anywhere, but that did not give me a broad spectrum to कि मैं अपना audience भी select कर पाई. It's because I experimented.
Exactly.
I had a word with like 1,000 people to understand what exactly I am good at, what exactly I can deliver. So experiment with yourself is very important, just to know what you can be good at. Like आपने भी कितना कुछ इमेज कंसल्टिंग का कोर्स किया होगा, ये सीखा होगा, लेकिन फाइनली आपको लगा ओ डायलेक्ट मेरा स्ट्रॉन्ग पॉइंट है, एटीट्यूड में लोगों को बेहतर करवा सकती हूँ. सो ये जो नीश डाउन जब करते हैं ना, वो तभी होता है जब आप बहुत लोगों से बात करते हो और एक्सपेरिमेंट करते हो. ये मुझे पता है.
and you practice it for yourself. You know, it is very important because getting out of that comfort zone is very hard. But once you get
Yes.
out of it, you will get addicted to it.
You'll be like free bird now. जो बनना है
Oh.
बोलेंगे, जो मन है करेंगे.
Yeah, like, you know, people
Wow.
suffer from this whole thing. Like, you know, people say bad things to me. What if they write funny comments on me? If I do not try, how would I even know that people will write funny comments? And if people
Absolutely
are writing funny comments, maybe you have attacked them personally. They took it personally. That's why they're
और
right.
हाँ, नंबर 1 ये, और हमने उनका अटेंशन ग्रैब कर लिया,
Exactly.
तो हमारा एक मकसद तो पूरा हो गया.
Yeah. See, the businesswoman speaking here.
Yes, amazing. So I think we had some amazing moments today. I thought of 30 minutes, but it just grew by because you are enjoying, I'm enjoying, people are enjoying here. People had lovely questions. So I thank all the audience members here to ask such lovely questions and to hear us out. So before signing off, what would you like to say, Devulina, for this, collaborations, or to the audience, whatever you have?
You know, I'll just go back to the first thing that I had shared, like, you know, as a teacher, when you go inside the class and your students do not exactly know that what you are going to teach them, right?
Yes.
So I used to work for someone, and, like, you know, my manager told me this beautiful thing. So there is a saying called "fake it till you make it," right?
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then he said something like, you know, and when you make it, fake it more.
Wow. This is
So I
loved it.
totally, like, you know, kind of follow that, because I think we are anyway faking it. We are
Yes.
very judgmental people toward one another. Anyway, we are very judgmental. We might say, no, we don't gossip. No, we don't judge. Well, hello, we do
जो
it.
लोग बोलते हैं ना मैं जज नहीं करती हूँ, वो सबसे पहले जज करते हैं.
Absolutely. We all do it. And that's why we buy so many things, impulsive shopping. Why do we do that? Because someone else was looking good in it. But did we
Yes.
ever see that? Are we looking good in it?
Yes.
So, yeah, you judge yourself, you judge others. We all want validation. We want to be accepted. So embrace these flaws that are going to make you better in life, because these are the things you can redirect into getting the right attitude in everything.
Wow, that is really amazing. So I think people out here जिनको थोड़ा बहुत भी देवुलीना की बातों से कनेक्शन हुआ, आप उनके पेज पे जाके उनको फॉलो कर सकते हैं, उनको डीएम पे जाके परेशान कर सकते हैं कि आप हमें कैसे हेल्प कर सकते हो. तो प्लीज उनको डीएम पे परेशान करें. और अगर जितने भी उनके साइड से लोग आए हैं, सोशल मीडिया से रिलेटेड बहुत कुछ मैं बात करती हूँ, शायद आपको कुछ हेल्प मिल सकता है, तो आप बिस्कुश नेहा को फॉलो कर सकते हैं. दोनों के प्रोफाइल्स आपको यहाँ मिल जाएंगे. एंड आई हैड such a lovely conversation today with you, and I look for more future alliance with you. Maybe, I don't know, कुछ ना कुछ plan तो होगा जरूर.
Oh yeah, totally, girl.
Wow. So thank you so much. Thank you for showing your lovely presence here, and let's stay connected forever.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. Thank you.
Take care.
Everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.